Up for school and getting ready, a boy sits eating oatmeal. His name is Teddy. Usually on Mondays after Teddy awakes, his mommy would make him Monday morning pancakes. But Teddy's daddy had told him that she had to go out of town for a medical conference, and that's why she wasn't around. So there Teddy sat, staring at his boring bowl, and out of the corner of his eye, he spied something small. On top of the fridge, the cookie jar stood, and he knew it of cookies as any cookie jar should. So he dragged his chair over and stood on his toes, and reached as far as his little hand goes. But the jar was too far, and though he reached with persistence, he went to his daddy's office to ask for assistance. His father said no, cookies are for snack or dessert, they're not for breakfast. Then he went back to work. So Teddy grabbed a stepping stool and put it on top of the chair, and he climbed all the way up so he could try to reach from there. But the jar was too far, and though he reached with strife, he was a foot away from the cookies, and so he grabbed the knife, and he went back to the office and shanked his daddy in the neck, then dragged the body to the kitchen and added it to the top of the stack. And Teddy climbed on up and reached for the jar. He reached and reached and reached, but yet it was still too far. So Teddy jumped into the air and got the jar in his grip and landed on his dripping tower until his daddy's body began to slip. Then Teddy came tumbling down, and with a shattering crash, the cookie jar hit the floor, and out puffed a cloud of gray ash. And Teddy just sat there without a cookie in sight. And Teddy just sat there, surrounded by his daddy and his mommy. But in that moment, Teddy was crying over the loss of the cookies. And he stayed there all day and all night. And that was a sneak peek at my newest Telltales book. Don't worry, listeners, it is only semi-autobiographical. What? Do you expect me to now sign off or to start listing my wonderful sponsors? So soon? No, listeners, because this is a special episode of Telltales. I have a couple chapters lined up from my new book to read to you. So, Telltale listeners, I am Theodore Rogers. And this is what I would like to call Chapter 2. I just got a new toy. Do you want to play? They're called Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but on the TV show it's called Duel Monsters because you gotta use monsters and magic and trap cards to try to take away the life points of the other person. It's really fun. I don't know. What are life points? Well, there are these points that you have, and when a monster attacks you, you lose the points, and when you lose the points, you die. I don't think I want to play. Why are you in my room? Because I have to, and you have to play with me because your mommy and daddy said to, because my mommy and daddy died. Did they lose their life points? I guess. Well, do you want to play with me? Oh, are you drawing? I like drawing. I'm going to draw an orange. I like oranges. Do you have an orange colored pencil? I don't see one. Are you using it? Ben? Can I use it? When I'm done. And how do you know my name? Alright, so I'm gonna let you in on a super secret. Alright? So you can't tell nobody, okay? Okay, so I have the power to read minds. I got you! Your mom told me your name, you dummy. Are you done with the orange colored pencil? You're taking way too long. I guess we'll just have to use purple. Gosh, wouldn't it be funny if all oranges were purple? Purple's my favorite color. What do you think? It looks like a plum. Well, it wouldn't if you let me use the orange crayon colored pencil. Anyway, what are you drawing? It looks like a clown.
It's a monster. He lives in the woods. I've seen him. No, really, I have. One night I woke up to go to the bathroom and I heard something outside. So laughter? So I went to the window to check, and at first I didn't see anything. But then I blinked. He was there. Yellow smile, purple frown, red nose and orange hair. He was looking at me. His hand was wiggling in his pocket. I didn't like him. Did you hear that? Hear what? What? Was it the clown? Did you hear the clown? I don't know, I just thought I heard something outside. Well, then we have to go outside then. We can go teach this clown man a lesson. Come on, Ben. What's the worst that could happen? We could lose all of our life points. I'm not going. All right, I'll go by myself then. Thanks for not playing with me, Ben. My mommy and daddy died, and you won't even play with me. You're just gonna make me go look for a monster all by myself in the woods. That's okay. All right, anyways, enjoy hogging the orange-colored pencil, meanie. So this brings us to a brief exposition, listeners. After my mom and dad died, I moved in with my godparents in Lexington. Yes, Kentucky. In a big house on a large plot of land with a thick background of deep woods, a vast arboreal ocean. And when night bled into those woods, the moonlight was blocked by the leaves. So, when Teddy went outside to look for the monster, it was dark. And the second he stepped outside, he felt chapter 3. Hello? Oh, poop.
Teddy, wait up.
Ben, I thought you said you weren't coming.
Come back inside.
Where are you? I can't even see you. My flashlight died.
Teddy, he's out here.
Ben, I think you're playing a trick on me.
I'm not. Teddy, please, I don't want to be out here anymore.
Let go of my shirt, Ben. There's nothing bad about it. And you're the one who didn't want to play with me in the first place, so I just want to be outside in the dark all by myself. Because there's nothing bad, Ben, because you lied. Monsters only exist in stories and in card games. And let go of my shirt, Ben, and I don't want to talk to you anymore. Ben?
Teddy, I'm not touching your shirt.
Teddy, I got a flashlight. I think it works. Oh, it works. Teddy?
I think it bit me.
I'm gonna get my mom and some Band-Aids.
Don't leave me there. I can't move. I peed myself.
Teddy? Teddy? What's that? Teddy? We're gonna go inside now. You may ask yourself, did the night in those woods actually happen? And my answer is yes. And if it had stopped there, I wouldn't have another chapter to read to you.
Oh my God.
But unfortunately for the both of us, I do. But those are stories for another day. Thank you all for listening. Theodore Rogers signing off. Till next time on October 27th.